G'day David, hi Rach. Just wanted to say a massive thank you for everything that you've done for me. Your program and your chase life philosophies and teaching, it's literally changed my life. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. It's been over 2 years since I did my training with you, David, and my life is phenomenally better than what it was prior to seeing you. I was dealing with depression, I was fighting it on a daily basis, and I was losing that battle. I was in a suicidal state. I felt like shit. That's possibly the politest way I could put it. It was just, life sucked. Life really did suck. I had an amazing wife, I had an amazing family, I have brilliant friends, but my life was shit. I absolutely hated it every day. I couldn't get out of bed. I was honestly at breaking point. I was suicidal. Thankfully, Rach put me in contact with you, and we did the 3 days of training. After that, like even at the end of the first day, my energy levels were through the roof. I was happy. It was amazing. Then we finished the training. It was even better. I actually had techniques that I could use all through life, no matter what situation came up. Whether it was I started to feel a little bit depressed, if I felt myself sliding, I could put things in place and I could change the way I was thinking, which would change the way I would feel. That is the biggest thing I have learned from what you have taught. It's your choice how you deal with something. You might not initially think that it's a choice. You might think it just happens. And this is one of the biggest things I hear you talking about, that people say, oh, it just happens. It doesn't just happen. It's your choice on how you deal with a situation. If you don't like the way that your body and your brain receives information coming in, you can change it. You just have to work on it. And that principle alone has changed my life, let alone everything else that you teach us and helped with. So thank you so much. 2 years on, I am still just loving life, and it's amazing. I've had a couple of incidents where, yeah, I would normally fall straight back into a really bad state. I did have to get in touch with you once since then, just as like a little refresher, because I hadn't needed to use the program in so long, because I'd been so good, that I'd just forgotten the full system, and you put me back on the straight and narrow, and that's all I needed. It was just a very, very quick little tune-up, and I'm back. And that was a very bad sort of instance. That was a flashback to when I was being abused. So not a normal sort of situation for most people to have to deal with. But yeah, when you're sexually abused as a 6 or 7 year old, these things will come back and bite you in the bum every so often in life if you let them. So it was great that I could get in contact with you and we could just run through a couple of little things really quick, and it was good as gold. A day later, I was back to being all good. And thanks to you, I've been able to use all these principles, and I've dropped 18 kilos in the last few months, purely because I know how to use my brain now. If I want to do something, I can focus on that, and I know what things are coming in, what stimulus is coming in, what emotions are coming in, and how I'm going to deal with that. A good example was my daughter had to go to hospital. I had only just started tidying up my diet and my mental processes about why I was eating poorly. And I use food massively as an emotional coping mechanism. And I didn't quite realize that until I decided to clean myself up. 2 weeks in, my daughter had to go to hospital. And as soon as I heard that she was being admitted to hospital with pneumonia, and there was a few other things, and they needed to really investigate what was causing her to be so sick, I instantly wanted McDonald's. And at that moment, I realized, luckily I realized, because normally I wouldn't. Normally I would just go and eat McDonald's. That's my coping mechanism. And that's why when I'm not feeling great, I put on mountains of weight, because food is my coping mechanism. As soon as I realised that, things changed. I could deal with it, I could redirect my emotions, and I could tell myself and use the process to change. And it's phenomenal. I don't eat sugar anymore. I don't crave it. I used to eat a bag of lollies a day almost. I don't eat sugar. I don't have sugar in my coffee, and that was one thing that I've never ever been able to kick: sugar in my coffee. And as soon as I realized what was happening, I noticed what my brain was doing and how it was coping with things. As soon as I realized I didn't like that, and I don't want that to be my coping mechanism, you can change it. And thanks to you, I've been able to change it, along with many other things in my life. And thank you, because without you and Rachel, I don't know where I would be. Thank you very much for everything you've done, and I can't recommend you highly enough. Anybody out there that's got anything in life that they want to improve should give you guys a call. Yeah, just words can't describe how thankful I am to you guys. Thank you.